You naturally have a ton of natural motivation towards the things that are aligned for you. So if you are experiencing procrastination, this just means that there's some kind of misalignment between your subconscious mind and your conscious desires. What's up? What's going on? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to the channel. Here in the Better You space, we teach creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs how to train their minds to make their daydreams their real daily lives. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the cure to procrastination. If you like what you hear today, give the video a thumbs up to help out the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one. If you're interested in diving deeper into this, check out our brand new workshop, Crafting the Fire Within. The link will be in the description below. And with that being said, let's get into it. So I had this really talented Reiki practitioner come to me because she was experiencing procrastination to building her business, even though she wanted to. And so on a one-on-one deep dive call, I really went deeper into this to figure out, okay, what is the root cause that's causing this procrastination? Because she wasn't a lazy person. This business is meant for her. So I knew that there was something causing this procrastination. So in this deep dive call, we actually figured out that she wasn't even fully aware that she had all of these worries of starting the business because she didn't want to feel tied down to it. She's a very free soul, a free spirit. Like she wanted to travel and go on road trips and hike and do all of these things. And deep down in her subconscious mind, she was afraid that starting this business would keep her like tethered to one spot. And here's where it gets good, because here is where we can see what is causing the procrastination. It's always some kind of fear or worry or some interpretation that lies in your subconscious mind. Subconscious meaning unconscious. You're not fully aware of it majority of the time. That's causing you to see that where you want to go is more uncomfortable than where you're at right now. This was the same thing for another one of my clients. She was already a successful massage therapist, had her own practice, had her own building and people working under her. And when she wanted to take her business to the next level and pass this exam that would put her on the map to be one of the top 100 people in the US to go to for a specific modality, there was all of this resistance. She was like, her brain was distracting her from studying for the test. She felt like this internal like procrastination. She came to me saying, Sabrina, why am I experiencing this? Like, I want this. I know I'm capable. So why is it so hard for me? When we dove deep in our one-on-one session, we figured out that there was this worry and this fear that when she hit a certain level of success, she was going to experience people trying to tear her down, basically. And this fear was overriding. So we can see that there are these things, these fears, worries, misinterpretations inside of our minds that are causing this kind of internal resistance. Our bodies are just trying to keep us safe from doing something that's going to be uncomfortable or potentially dangerous. And what I ended up taking both of them through and myself through in order to help myself with this too, is we got to the root of the fear, of the worry, of the misinterpretation. We did EFT on it, which if you're not familiar with EFT, emotional freedom technique or emotional freedom tapping, you need to look into it because it's one of the most powerful ways to transmute uncomfortable emotions that we don't want to feel. We used EFT to tap out this uncomfortable emotion and fear and worry. When the level of the worry and the fear behind the root of the procrastination went down so much and neutraled out, leveled out to where they could think about it and say to themselves, oh, I actually don't feel this way anymore. Then we reversed the emotions and we tapped in doing the same EFT using different sayings to tap into the excitement of getting to this next level. One single session with both of them, I think it took about an hour for each of them, and their motivation levels completely shifted. Their procrastination dissolved. And this practice worked so well that I'm creating a workshop for you called Crafting the Fire Within, where we're going to be diving deep into these things, figuring out what are the root causes, what are the shifts that need to be made internally to cure your procrastination, to dissolve this procrastination, to cultivate this fiery burning desire within that you already naturally have. Because I can only hop on so many one-on-one calls But with the workshop, so many more of you can get access to this, which is what I really, really want. So if you are interested in that, I'll leave the link for the description in that below. And all you need to do in order to cure your procrastination is to communicate to your mind that it's going to feel better where you're going than where you're at. When your level of emotions are imbalanced and you feel more comfortable in where you're at, even though consciously you might really, really want this thing, if on a subconscious level, there are interpretations because of something that happened in your past, something that you saw years ago, you're mirroring some kind of other behavior that you've seen. If on some kind of subconscious level, it seems more uncomfortable to get to where you want to go, you're not going to feel that motivation. You're going to feel naturally some kind of resistance. And it can actually be quite simple to switch that over. So I want you to reflect on and to figure out, which if you join the workshop, it'll be much easier for you. But if not, just asking yourself, what is going on subconsciously that you have not yet been conscious of, aware of? What thing may you be afraid of happening if you go after this thing? What may be undesirable in the journey? What things do you think could affect you in a negative way when you do this? And are these things even really true? Challenge what comes up for you. Challenge these limiting beliefs. Challenge these fears. Challenge these worries. Because when I went deeper with that Reiki practitioner who was worried of being tethered in one spot, we found out that her worries didn't even need to be worries, that she didn't need to be tied out into one spot, growing her business. It could actually give her more freedom. When I went deeper with the client who was worried that she was going to experience some kind of backlash when she hit a certain type of success, we ended up realizing that she was actually going to have even more support when she hit this next level. And guess what? After our session, she ended up passing her exams, getting that title, and feeling that massive positive support. And the people she was afraid of giving that backlash, she didn't even hear from, as far as I know. When I went deeper with myself and when I realized that I had these fears of responsibility, I realized that building this business actually gave me so much more freedom. It actually lifted so much more weight off my shoulders instead of putting weight on. You will come to realize that these fears and worries and things that are holding you back aren't even true. Fear, what does fear stand for? F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. Your mind is just trying to keep you safe, but your soul knows what's best for you. You feel called to do these things for a reason. So when you feel this procrastination, when you feel this mental resistance towards doing these things, it's time to go deeper. It's time to do the mindset work. It's time to figure out what's going on a subconscious level, because we need to uproot these things, work through these things, transmute these things so that you can go full force in your passions, in your desires, and actually create the life that you've always envisioned for yourself, because your dream life exists right now. You have access to it right now. All you need to do is take the action to make it happen, to embody the energy of the version of yourself who is living that. And in order to do these things, you need to get your subconscious mind on board. Know that you are capable of achieving your wildest, craziest, out there dreams, because you would not have an idea and a dream placed inside of your heart if you were not capable of it. And if you got to this point of the video, put a lightning bolt emoji in the comments below so I know who made it to this point. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it so you can help out the channel. Subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified every time I post a new one. If you're feeling pulled to the workshop, I highly recommend you check it out. The link is in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.